If you're experiencing margins disappearing in your business, the reality is it hasn't happened overnight. They've dissolved gradually over time. Yet the current reality in the economic landscape today in business is just highlighting it more than ever. So I'm going to just share with you 3 areas where your margins are dissolving over time. Number 1 is you're not up to date with the actual costs in your business. You haven't sat down and looked at how the costs have changed, not just the product that you're buying or the services that you're delivering and the cost to deliver that, but it's your overhead creep that has changed significantly over the last 3 to 6 months. So being aware of what those costs actually are is more important than ever. Secondly, when we come to our overhead costs, where are the areas that are actually accelerating? Now, most of the areas become from software, insurances, your administration and operating expenses within the office. So the things that over time will grow, and I'm going to say over the last 12 months, at least 10 to 15%, you've had a cost creep there. And if you haven't recognized that and you haven't factored that into your pricing, then that's another area. And third, and most importantly, is your pricing, and are you factoring in these costs to ensure that you reach your net profit margin each and every week? It's really important that you're not embarrassed about your pricing. The reality is living and running a business now has cost more than ever, and that everyone who are responsible business owners are putting up their prices and adjusting it accordingly to ensure that they stay profitable. The key thing here to be really aware of is you're not just in business to be profitable, you need to be profitable to exist. And the business owners, and particularly the industry leaders, are monitoring their costs, not just on a quarterly basis now, but on a weekly basis because of the shifts and changes in the economic landscape. The key guidance we'd like to support with you right now is never be embarrassed for your pricing. If you're an industry leader, you're delivering great value, you're not here to rip people off. And that's one of the fears and concerns that some business owners have. They don't want to be perceived that they're actually gouging. The reality is, I'm going to suggest that if you're watching your video, you aren't one of those business owners, but you are wanting to be responsible for being profitable, to be consistent, and to ensure that your business is sustainable long-term down the track. So coming back to those 3 areas again, the costs of your sales, your products, your materials, and the cost to deliver your labor, again, what are those? What's your overhead creep been in the last 3 to 6 months in particular? And the third one is making sure your pricing is reflecting this. And as an industry leader, where we're working with our clients on is there at least a 15% net profit margin before tax. This is our pre-tax profit, and the industry leaders that we're working with are above 20%. Now, regardless of which industry and sector that you're in, residential, commercial, industrial, project, or whether it's service and maintenance, there's some guidelines that we'd like to give you. And if you're after some more information and structure on how you can reach those industry leader levels, be in touch.